Hello grade 7, today we're going to start a new unit which is chemical reactions. The first chapter is chemical change and conservation of matter. The first part is physical and chemical changes that we're going to discuss today. So our objective for our session is to distinguish between a chemical and a physical change. Here you can see two figures that showing chemical changes and physical changes type. Let's see the physical changes. What do you see here? You have melting ice. You have what? Chopping wood. You have shredding paper and mixing gray and green marbles. Type. Melting ice. When you melt ice, ice is what? Is water. Type. When you melt it, what happens? This water will change from the solid state into a liquid state, right? يعني ice into water will change. Okay, type. Water after this change, will it stay water or will change into another substance? Water will stay water. Type. With respect to chopping wood, what happens? Come in. When you cut wood, the wood will stay wood. It will not change the identity of wood. يعني wood will stay wood, but it will change its form. And here with respect to shredding paper, the whole paper will be cut into small pieces, but the paper will stay paper. It will not change into water, for example. And mixing gray and green marbles too. When you mix them, they will not change into what? into rocks, for example. They will stay the same. Okay, so when the form changes, the form of the matter changes, it's called a physical change. Let's read. In a physical change, matter changes its form, but not chemical identity. And the identity of the matter, or the matter itself, it doesn't change. Okay, let's take an example here for mixing gray and green marbles. Can we separate them? Yes, of course. So it can sometimes the physical changes can be reversible. Yani we can return them to their original state. For example, melting ice. Type. The ice when it melts, it will change from the water, يعني الماtter. It will change from a solid state into a liquid state. Type. When it changes from a solid state to a liquid state, can we reverse it and change the liquid state into a solid state? Yes, by freezing. So it can be irreversible. Okay? So when physical changes may be reversible, sometimes it cannot be reversible when we are chopping wood. When we chop wood, for example, we cannot return the wood into its original size, or original state. Okay? So, in physical change, the starting and the ending materials are the same even though they may look different. يعني الماتيريالز, يعني substances, they are the same. Okay, let's see here the chemical changes. We have under the chemical changes, we have burning wood, rotting banana, mixing vinegar and baking soda, and fireworks. Type. With respect to burning wood, what happens when you burn wood? It will change into either ash, رماد, or charcoal, depending on the duration of burning. Okay, type. Rotting banana, what happens? It will change its color. Type. Mixing vinegar and baking soda, we have the release of gas, effervescence. And the fireworks, you can hear them and you can see the light. So we have production of light and what? And sound. Okay, so when you burn wood, let's take an example here, burning wood mainly. What happens? You said that it will change into ash or what? Or charcoal. So the matter the identity of matter changes. Okay, so we can say that a chemical change makes substances that weren't there before. Okay, so it will produce new substances. Okay, so let's read it here. In a chemical change, a chemical reaction occurs and the new products are formed. So we have a chemical reaction. What's the definition of a chemical reaction? We will see it in the next after 2 slides. Okay, so there may be some clues that tell you a chemical reaction or a chemical change took place or not. For example, here, burning wood, what happens? It will release heat. You can feel the heat. Okay, rotting banana, what happens to the banana? It changed its color. Type here, while mixing vinegar and baking soda, what happens? We have the release of gas. Type the fireworks here, sound and light. So these are some clues that help you to know if a chemical reaction took place or not. Okay, so here we have a table that shows differences between a physical and a chemical change. Let's see. In physical change, we have no change in identity of matter, while in chemical change, we have new substances are formed, and the identity of matter changes. We have a physical change. I didn't say this, but I said it. The physical change may be reversible, while the chemical change is irreversible. Yani here, if we burn wood, can we change it? Can we reverse? Yani wood has changed into ash, let's say. Can we return the wood that you have burned? Of course not. So it's irreversible. Okay. This is the end of today's session. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Goodbye.